It was a nice drive, further than I thought. Country's bigger, you know. Europe's so small, everything's easy. But no, it was great. And just to come into this place and finally see Indianapolis, it was and the Motor Speedway, it was incredible. So
I think in the free truck.
I want to congratulate you guys on re-signing with Suzuki for next year. That big announcement over the week. Both riders returning for Suzuki. Now, Ben, you know about this place. You've known about this place since you were a kid. What do you think about coming here? And since you were the only rider we have to talk to who's actually been around the track, give us your impressions of the racetrack.
Oh, it's good, you know, for being inside of Oval.
Be honest.
Yeah, like I said, for being inside of Oval, I think it's as good as it can get. You know, they've worked as hard as they could to make it right, and I think it's gonna be good. It's the weather's gonna be a little bit tricky this weekend, but luckily we have got to test, and we're the only ones, so I got a little leg up, and try to run with that and do the best we can, and yeah, that's about it.
How much information have you shared from what you learned from the test?
I've told them every corner is super slick and to be really careful.
Never get out of first gear, right? Don't forget, Michael Young is somewhere out in our masses with a microphone. If you have a question, raise your hand. I see somebody over here in yellow has a question. Michael, you make your way to the big tree.
As a kid, were you aware of the Indianapolis 500 and the history, and what does it mean as a rider to come here and to be able to ride here for the first ever GP?
Well, I'm a fan of motorsport, all motorsport. So I've been aware of the place for since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, you know, and it's definitely a lot of history here. And I went through the museum yesterday, so to be able to race here, it's cool, you know. I can't wait to ride around the place.
We got Chris is going to come up here with some Bridgestone hats for the guys to sign. Gentlemen, as we've been doing, while we're doing the interview, you can just sign these hats, and when we're all done, as you're leaving the stage, we'll just have you toss them out to the audience. So, Chris, based on that, then, when you get all done with your MotoGP career, planning on maybe a little IndyCar racing, come back, enter the 500?
You haven't seen me drive a car, have you? I'd definitely be no good at
it. All right, so we'll give them some time to sign.
Is there a question?
You know, because I have to do something different, you know.
Michael, you got another question?
Way back here in the back. Your name, where are you from, and your question?
Big John from Mississippi. My question's from Ben. Ben is a motorcycle road racing fan here in the United States. I see how popular it is overseas. And when I go to Daytona and places like that, it just breaks my heart to see the low fan turnout in the things. If you could wave a magic wand, what do we need to do, AMA, DMG, whoever, what needs to happen in the United States to make motorcycle road racing even begin to approach the popularity of MotoGP?
Yeah, Ben.
That's a big question.
Champ.
Yeah, it's just...
Three-peat.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's, for one, you've got all these big sports that are already out there, NASCAR, football, hockey, all that stuff. And for one thing, obviously, television on major channels is going to make it bigger.
And he just dogged us.
Pretty much.
You said we're not doing a good job.
No, you know what I'm saying.
Come on.
And some decent commentators, right?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah, the bus just went past Shaheen and White Street.
I'm only joking.
But no,
There'll be some fighting up in here.
I think the whole DMG thing that's going on, if we can get some more people like Mike and his reputation to come in and blow the sport up, that's what it needs. Because anybody that, even though they're not into motorcycle racing, when they come to a race for the first time, they're blown away. Even if you wouldn't even, they never thought they'd be into it. If they watch it in person, it just blows them away, and they're hooked from ever since then. So just needs needs just to get out there. That's all there is. More people watching, then it's going to be more fans, and it's a pretty interesting sport. I mean, it's my little aunt that she doesn't watch anything. She loves it now, and she wears her little shirts on Sunday and watches a race, and that's just what it needs is more television and stuff like that.
Better commentators. Michael, where are you?
Yeah, Michael, could you do a better job of filtering the questions, please?
I'm sorry. He threw that one in last minute on me.
Aye.
All right. What's your name? Where you from? And your question?
Lane Manning, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I got a question for Chris Vermulen. Watched you in World Superbike and watched your transition. I was wondering, what is the biggest adjustment you had to make coming from World Superbike to MotoGP?
Where am I looking?
Oh, right back there.
Hey,
With
look,
the Buell
gentleman in the
shirt
green
on.
shirt
yeah.
back there.
You know, the biggest thing for me was the bike difference, obviously, and coming from World Superbike, they're production based, and I think Ben's going to agree with this. You know, we get very good tires. The bikes are prepared very well, but they're nothing like a Grand Prix bike. And when you get on these things, they're just so fast, and they do everything so well. And to carry the speed in and through the corner was the biggest difference. The other thing for me that was hard was learning all the tracks. You know, I got into my first year at GP, and I think it was about 10 circuits I didn't know, and you're just rocking up to a circuit every time, and you're a day behind everyone. It made it hard work, but we got there. We won a race, not enough, but and a few podiums, and we're working on a few more.
Chris, what I want to know about.
Well, the passion come from my dad. You know, it's normal, I guess, but. We got a few cars. We got the earliest is a 1928 Ford Roadster pickup, and I got a 1929 Hotmobile that we hot rodded. I got a 33 Ford Coupe, a 54 F100 pickup, and a 57 Buick two-door special. So
Very nice.
a couple of cars there, something to drive anyway.
Anything you dream of having that you don't have there?
When you went to the museum yesterday, what stopped you?
Well, there was a few cars. There's a Corvette race car over there. I think 57 or 58. A one-off that was produced to race in Le Mans series that never went.
Yeah.
There's a couple of old Formula One cars, but things I can never dream of having. But there's some really nice things over there. But you know, Loris has got I think even a more impressive car collection.
All right, Loris, you're up.
Loris,
What do you
you're
got?
up. You're
Come
up.
on. What you
Come
got?
on, let's go.
Let's lay it on the table.
We don't have enough time to go through them all.
Give us one or two.
No, well, I really love American car. I still have in Europe two hot rod, one 1931, one 1934. And I have a Cadillac 69, you know. I have
Big fin caddy.
Yeah, big, really long.
Yeah.
Because in Monaco it's really easy to
Yeah,
park.
I'm sure. All right, Ben, what you got?
That's normal, and we've got a little, you know, Mercedes, and I finished a Toyota Supra that Jamie Hacking actually drove a couple weeks ago, and it was first time the quarter mile went 9 flat, so it was pretty good.
Very nice, very nice. You got all the wheels and tires on it? Because I know you told me once at Mid-Ohio, somebody swiped all the wheels off your BMW.
No, that was my M3, yeah. I still have that, but yeah, they got jacked, so I just got stock wheels on that.
No, riding the bike's got to be great, whatever. But really, I mean, what's the inside cool part about being a MotoGP rider?
Girl.
That a boy. Girl. All right. Okay.
He said it all, didn't he?
Yeah.
What else is there? No,
Talking to us.
talking to these guys. You know, it's you know, Loris is right, but you know, riding these motorbikes, I'm sure everyone's a bike fan here, and you know, I love riding bikes, but getting on these things that are purpose built for us to go as fast as we can, and people developing them all the time, it's unreal.
Guys, we'll throw this out here, just to interrupt real quick, right over here. Just to throw this in, because as you said, Chris, there's a lot of fans out here. There are a lot of new fans that'll be witnessing MotoGP for the first time this weekend. Since they're used to seeing cars go around in circles as fast as they can, it's a whole different aspect with MotoGP. What do you advise the fans, all three of you? What are the keys to watching a MotoGP race? Is it sitting watching the straightaway? It's the corner speed? What's the key for a new fan, and what do you think is the best aspect, the best place for them to watch you guys?
Well, I don't think the straightaway is the best place. You know, the bikes are going to be exciting in some turns. Now, I haven't ridden here yet, so Ben will probably have a better idea, but where the things are spinning up, it's pretty exciting. But the best thing I can advise is bring earplugs. They're pretty loud.
Man, we hear a lot when we go down to Daytona about how you guys spin the wheel going through the banking at Daytona and how thrilling that is. Spinning the rear wheel on a MotoGP bike, can you put the two in comparison anyway? Is one more thrilling than the other, one crazier than the other?
I would say they're, you know, it's hard to compare that. Daytona's a pretty special and different place. You're going, you know, 200 and the rear tire's doing about 220, so it's pretty strange. But now this place on a GP bike is really fun, and And yeah, I mean, for what he said, bring earplugs, definitely, because these things are really loud. And just watching the corners, I mean, it's amazing compared to even superbikes. Just the braking areas and the lean angle in the corners are just unbelievable. And it's just, you know, it's entertaining to watch. You just got to get to the, I recommend the last 5 turns. Those are probably the best turns to look at.
Okay. We got to let these guys go.